This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by. This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by. This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by. This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by.
And once again, good evening, East Alabama and West Georgia. It's 10:02 p.m. Central, 11:02 p.m. Eastern on your Sunday, May 25th, 2025. And we are watching some very strong thunderstorms across East Alabama, West Georgia, and we have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect for a good portion of the state of Alabama at this hour. Let's start with the weather that we have ongoing at the moment, and that is a severe or a special weather statement now for Peachtree City, as we have a heavy thunderstorm just to the east of Peachtree City, moving to the southeast, and so you folks over there around Sonoya and down into the Brooks area, heads up, you've got a heavy thunderstorm there. Heavy thunderstorm just north of Noonan. Nothing from the Weather Service on this one, but it is moving to the south, so very heavy rainfall moving into the Noonan area, maybe some small hail there as well. And then a very heavy thunderstorm just north of Roopville. This is up in Carroll County. It's moving to the southeast, headed towards Central Hatchie. It's going to be moving on into Heard County shortly, and then we have some heavy rain there around Bowden as well. In southern Cleburne County, northern Randolph, we did have a special weather statement for this area. However, it has weakened a little bit, so the Weather Service has canceled that special weather statement, though we still have a very heavy cell there very close to the Folsom community. You'll see it right there. And this is moving slowly to the southeast. All of these storms this evening moving rather slow and will hang around for quite some time. If it's storming in your particular area, it's going to be there for a minute. Then we have a special weather statement for the northwestern sections of Clay, southwestern Cleburne up into Calhoun County, and extreme northeastern Talladega County for heavy thunderstorm that stretches from just east of Talladega back up toward Oxford. Then when I zoom out, you can see other heavier thunderstorms up around Gadsden, stretching all the way up into North Alabama. And then we have the line that currently stretches from Coleman down to around Jasper to Tuscaloosa. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for Tuscaloosa County. And then into West Alabama, just west of Demopolis, a very heavy line of thunderstorms. And then that stretches back into Mississippi to around Meridian and Quitman, Mississippi, and back over toward Jackson, Mississippi. All of this stuff will move through the entire state of Alabama and eventually over into Georgia as well as we go throughout the night. When I'll zoom out, you can see that yellow outline. That is the new severe thunderstorm watch that was posted about an hour and a half ago. And you can see real quick there that it covers just about the entire state of Alabama and then central and southern Mississippi. We'll put this in motion. You can kind of get a feel for the direction these storms are moving. And basically, we have a couple of things going on here. and we'll let this loop through, and then I'll bring it current, and then I'll show you. We have the main line of storms right there, and then we have what's left of that mesoscale convective system that pushed down into North Georgia and northeast Alabama earlier this evening. So this line is moving in a direction similar to this, and then these storms along this old frontal boundary are kind of pushing off to the southeast, like so. So a couple of things will happen. This line that stretches across East Alabama and West Georgia slowly sinking to the south-southeast, and then the main line, which is back across northwest Alabama into West Alabama, moving off to the east-southeast. So probably a 1-2 punch for most of us across East Alabama and West Georgia. You're going to have these storms that are coming down from the north that will move into the area, and then we'll see these storms over here also move into the area after midnight, probably toward 3 a.m. in the morning. So it's going to be a stormy night across East Alabama and West Georgia. Our hope is that this main line will lose some of its intensity before it gets into East Alabama and West Georgia. And we're keeping a close eye on the storms that are sagging down from the north that's moving into northern Randolph County. So far, nothing severe. All we have seen have been special weather statements for these storms, but they're just below severe limits, so it wouldn't be completely out of the possibility to see one or two of these storms go severe before that main line gets into East Alabama well after midnight. All right, so that's what we're looking at the moment. Let me run over here to the chat room, and we'll see if anybody has any questions. Beverly's watching us in Rock Mills. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Sherry. Rita Palmer is watching. Jack Terry is watching us this evening. Jackie is watching us. Bobby G. Good evening, Bobby G. Smith Station. All right, so Smith Station is down in the Columbus area, or just northwest of Columbus. And at the moment, you don't have anything going on. But this entire line that's over in West Alabama will move across the state. So you got a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours before you see anything in the Smith Station area. This stuff to the north of you up here in northern Randolph, it's just sinking to the south-southeast very slowly. I'm not sure that makes it down into the Smith Station area, but the stuff off to your west certainly will. Marie's watching us in Lineville. Whitney is watching us. Heard County, there is Tina. Hey, Tony Johnson, I'm doing just fine, my friend. Rock Mills in the house. Becky says some wicked weather in Anniston. You certainly do have some strong thunderstorms in the area up there tonight. Well, thank you, Becca. I appreciate that. Woodland is in the house. There's Omaha watching us this evening. Let's go back to the radar, and I'll take you up there to Anniston and kind of show you. It's just a mess up there. The heaviest of all of this just south of Anniston, just south of I-20 between Talladega and Delta and Anniston. That's where the heaviest part of the storm is at this hour. But you've got more showers and thunderstorms up there north of Anniston, north of Jacksonville. All of that slowly moving to the south. So you're going to have a rainy Sunday night across the Anniston area. And then later on, we've got that main front off to the west that'll push through as well. There's Peyton watching us in Bowden. Craig is watching us over in Franklin. Yeah, Tony, I think if you're east of this main line or south of this line, it's going to be a long night. Right now, thunderstorms is the primary threat with damaging straight-line winds, 60, 70 miles per hour, and some hail being reported with the line of storms. And cannot completely rule out a quick spin-up tornado, but this really isn't tornado-type weather. I mean, we don't have a lot going on in the upper levels of the atmosphere that could produce tornadoes, but certainly could see a tornado or two, especially along this line of thunderstorms. We could have a quick spin-up tornado there as it moves off to the east. And I'm kind of drawing all over the screen. It's art class time. Showing you the direction all these storms are moving. You have this line that this is what's left of the mesoscale convective system that moved into northwest Georgia, northeast Alabama several hours ago. And instead of continuing, well, the right side of that line did move on off into East Georgia, but this part that was up here in northeast Alabama, northwest Georgia started sinking to the south, and this is pretty much what's left of it. And that may be the outflow boundary from what was left of that line. And then we have the main line of storms coming across Alabama. So they're moving off to the east with individual storms running northeast, and then that line across the Anniston, Cleburne County, Randolph County over into Carroll County area is sinking to the southeast. Peyton, I can't tell you how bad it's going to be. I can tell you what the possibilities are. The possibilities are strong to severe thunderstorms with winds gusting 60, 70 miles per hour, which can bring down trees and power lines and cause power outages, and some large hail could be possible. But I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be doing in Bowden when this main line moves through. You got a lot of heavy rain right there right now, and probably some small hail in Bowden also. Maybe the hail shaft is just south of Bowden, just to the south, maybe a little bit southeast, between Bowden and Roopville, and then more hail possible just north of Roopville. Hey, Candace. Stormy night across East Alabama and West Georgia. And you got a couple of systems coming your way. You got that stuff that's moving in from the north. And then we also have that line of storms back off to the west that will march across the state of Alabama and will be in East Alabama and West Georgia probably after midnight. Let's go look at that Randolph County storm. It's between Foster's Crossroads and Swag. And I do have a hail marker here. There's a 90% chance of hail with this storm at about 3/4 inches in diameter is what we're looking at right here. That's just north of Fuller's Crossroads. Jared, all of this stuff will move across Alabama, and eventually it will move into West Georgia. And yes, I think you'll see some storms in LaGrange. Roanoke, you got a couple possibilities. This stuff to the north, and then the stuff back off to the west. The storms across northern Randolph, I think, are just almost stationary now. They're not moving very fast, but they're slowly sinking to the south. So within the next 30 to 40 minutes, you could see some stuff in Roanoke if the storms across the northern part of the county make it down there to Roanoke. If not, then your next best chance is going to be this line of storms, which is still way back over Tuscaloosa. So probably 2, 3 a.m. before that makes it into Randolph County. No, Jordan, no areas in East Alabama are completely safe from storms because all of this is moving across the state of Alabama. They're moving in this direction, and this stuff is slowly sinking to the south. So if you're in Roxton, you got storms all the way around you, basically. And, you got the storms from the north that are moving in your direction. You have the storms to the west that are moving in your direction. Thank you, Tony. Hey, Amy East in Woodland. Oh, no, Beth, don't tell me that. Beth says her dog hears my voice and starts to pant and tremble. Please bring your dog to Boondock Saturday so I can show your dog I'm actually really a nice person. I'm sorry your dog associates my voice with bad weather. Hey, Heather. Yeah, Ranburn, you're right up here in the middle of all this, so you've got storms all around you, too. Lisa says she's at Foster's Crossroads, and it's rough. A lot of lightning. We dowie that lightning is to your north. It's not directly over you just yet. Roasterville. Hey, Kayla. Thundering and lightning in Barfield. Yeah, I'm not sure this stuff weakens very much. The storms that are coming down out of the Anniston area are not severe. They're below severe limits. The storms off to your west, however, are significant and are severe. That storm coming through Tuscaloosa is a severe thunderstorm. It may weaken before that line may weaken some before it gets into East Alabama, but it's going to be a stormy night nonetheless. Bradley, I don't know if this has gone by 6 a.m. in the morning or not. There could be some leftover showers. I think the rain probably does taper off around or shortly after sunrise in the morning. And there may be a window of 3, 4, 5 hours there before the next round comes in tomorrow afternoon. But we're going to do this again tomorrow night. Heavy rain and thunder in Tyus. Yeah, it's a pretty good thunderstorm coming through Noonan. We'll probably have some lingering showers hanging around at sunrise in the morning, Amanda, and then there'll be a little lull in the action. And then I think tomorrow's going to be a carbon copy of today. I think we're okay for most of the day, and then showers and thunderstorms increase in the afternoon. And we do this again tomorrow night, most likely. Charity says heavy rainfall in Sonoya. Well, Charity, this is why you need a NOAA weather radio. That thing will wake you up from the dead. So when we have weather like this, you can, go to bed not to worry about it. I mean, that stuff that's coming through Sonoya is not severe. We have no severe thunderstorm warnings at all. In Georgia, we have that one special weather statement up there around Roopville. That is it. And I don't really anticipate this stuff going severe, so I think you're okay to go to bed. But later on, toward, 3, 4 a.m., this line of storms will be moving through your area, and that could potentially be a different story. Jackson Gap. You got several hours to go. It's 10:30. At least 2 a.m. before this stuff gets over into Tallapoosa County. Unless this line up here to the north sinks that far, and I don't think it's going to. Hey, here, Mayor Donna McKay and Watley over on the West Bank. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, Charity. Everybody needs a NOAA weather radio. That thing sits on your nightstand. You never hear nothing unless they do a test or issue a warning or a watch, and it'll wake you up. Nothing to be afraid of, Jacob. We're good. Thank you, Nancy. It depends on how many thunderstorms you get in Lineville as to how much rain we're looking at here. I mean, probably no more than a half inch or so. But if you get a heavy thunderstorm that sits right on top of Lineville, you could get a lot more than that. Hard to say how much rainfall you're going to pick up because it just depends. If we get multiple thunderstorms that train over the same location or not. Missy, winds are probably in the 25, 30 mile per hour range on this stuff to the north. And then back off to the west, though, where you see those severe thunderstorm warnings, you could be looking at winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Well, Caitlin, don't panic. I mean, we're here watching it. We typically don't go live unless we have severe weather in East Alabama and West Georgia. And at the moment, we do not. Normally, my threshold to go live is a severe thunderstorm warning. But I wanted to bring everybody up to date on what we're looking at out there and do a quick update I'm not going to stay live right now. Now, if we start getting severe weather in the area, then we'll go wall to wall. Rain and hail in Woodland. I see rain in Woodland, but I don't see any hail. Any hail in Randolph County most likely is right there. Just to the north of Ava, crossing over Highway 431. We've got a new special weather statement coming. It's going to be for Randolph County, and it's going to be for that thunderstorm we were just looking at. Just south of Folsom, just north of Ava. And it'll populate on the screen here in just a few moments, but basically right there is where the special weather statement is going to be. There it is. So from Wedowee up to basically the Cleburne County line back over to the Georgia state line under a special weather statement now in Randolph County. And I'll read this to you. A strong thunderstorm will impact northern Randolph County through 11:30 p.m. At 10:26, Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Marston's Crossroads or near Wedowee. It would be a little bit north of Wedowee, moving east at 15 miles per hour. The hazard will be wind gusts of 40 miles per hour and pea-sized hail. So wind gusts of 40 miles per hour and pea-sized hail. The computer says a 100% chance of hail and a 60% chance that we have hail of the severe size, which is 1 inch in diameter. The computer algorithm thinks that we have 1.25 inch hail in this storm. Well, these storms are moving a little bit south of due east, maybe like so. I think the line itself, which is through here, maybe is sinking south, and then the individual storms are running southeast. Now, after we zoom out and look at the overall picture of this, I think maybe we're going in this direction. But I know this storm started up around Anniston, and it has dropped all the way down into northern Randolph County as it moves east. So a little bit of a east-southeast motion to these storms. Heavy thunderstorms up in northeast Alabama as well. Good news, though, we were seeing severe thunderstorm warnings up in northeast Alabama. In that last loop, you'll see they replaced 2 of them with special weather statements. So that's a downgrade for that northern extent on this line. Special weather statement, no severe thunderstorm warnings for East Alabama at the moment. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in place until 3 a.m., and the more significant weather is still back over in West Alabama, and that is slowly moving across the state, and it'll be another couple of hours at least before it gets into East Alabama, and probably 2 or 3 hours before we see it in West Georgia. All right, so that's kind of an update for you. We'll be watching this very closely, and if we were to see any significant change to any of all this, then I'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage. And certainly by the time this line gets into East Alabama, if it is still severe, we will come back and we'll have live wall-to-wall coverage for you as it moves through East Alabama and West Georgia. So that's the latest at 10:33 p.m. on your Sunday evening. We're going to continue to watch this, and we'll be back with updates as necessary on Dr. Don's Weather.
You have been watching live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Coverage is made possible by The Oaks, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, N&W Locks, Venture Fence, Estate Masters, Boondocks Barbecue and Cringery, Southern Union State Community College, The Venue at 5 Points Farms, Brandy Pike Photography, the Randolph County Commission, Inlow House Lodging, East Alabama Waste, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Sangamon Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. We'll continue to watch the skies of East Alabama and West Georgia and return as soon as threatening weather approaches.